Hey, and welcome back. All right, so today we're going to talk about how to solve proportions. In the last video, I introduced what proportions are, but now we're going to talk about how do you solve a proportion, meaning that you've got two ratios that are definitely proportional, but there's something missing from one of them. There's a value that we don't know, and we're going to be able to solve to find out what that value is. So let's skip ahead. So what if you're missing part of your proportion? Like this one we see here. We've got two ratios that we know are proportional. 3 to 5 and then something to 10, some unknown value. How do we figure out what that unknown value is? All right. We follow two steps. We cross multiply. So first we're going to multiply diagonally with the values that we have. So we have 3 and 10 that we can multiply diagonally. So we're going to multiply them. 3 times 10 gives us 30. So that's our first step. Our second step is to divide by whatever number is left over. So we're going to divide 30 by 5, and this will give us our missing value. All right, so that means that x equals 6. So this ratio has to be 6 out of 10. All right, and then if you were to test that to see if they are proportional, you do 5 times 6, which is 30, and 3 times 10, which is 30. So now we know we have a proportion, right? All right, so like I said in the last video, this is just one method to use to solve for a proportion. There are many others. All right, for example, you could divide this ratio that's complete. We could divide our numerator by our denominator, 3 divided by 5, and then the value we get from that we could multiply by this value here. So 3 divided by 5 would give us 6/10, and if we multiply 6/10 by 10, we get 6. But for the purposes of my classroom, we are going to be using this method. All right, so let's clear ink and let's move on. Okay, let's move this guy out of the way. We are going to work on a few proportions together here, solving for our unknown value. All right, so this proportion, we have 1 out of 2 and then something out of 8. We're going to find out what this something is. So first, we multiply across with the numbers that we have, 1 and 8. Okay, that's diagonally. 1 times 8 gives us 8. Then we divide by the number that's left. So 8 divided by 2 will give us 4. So that means our missing value is 4. Over here, same thing. Multiply the values that we can across. So we're going to do 4 times 9, which is 36. Then divide by what's left over. So 36 divided by 3 will give us 12. So our missing value is 12. All right. Coming down to this proportion, we have something out of 10 and then 2 out of 12. So we're going to multiply diagonally. 10 times 10 times 6, which is 60. Divide that by our leftover number. Well, I'm a mess, aren't I? We're going to get 5. So our missing value here is 5. 5 out of 10. All right. Final proportion. So we're going to do 8 times 30, which is 240. We're going to divide that by our leftover number, 24, to get a value of 10. Okay. All right. So this is how you solve for proportions, and I hope that I was able to help you out.